Frank Warren says you can't change Deontay Wilder. He's too old. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Push the weight enough flex. Flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon. Motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Wow. Drew Titan Bronson on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I had to cue up the jazz for this. Let's go through it as reported by Boxing Scene. Link will be in the description. Frank Warren, the co-promoter of the WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, is not expecting to see a new version of Deontay Wilder in the upcoming trilogy bout. Fury will face Wilder for a third time on October 9th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Their first bout in December of 2018 ended in a controversial 12-round split draw. The rematch, which took place in February of 2020, saw Fury stop Wilder in 7 rounds to capture the WBC title. In the aftermath, Wilder made several changes to his team, including the dismissal of co-trainer Mark Breland. Wilder has been training since the start of the year with new head trainer, former opponent Malik Scott. He vowed to showcase a new version of himself in the trilogy. Warren expects Wilder to be the same. You can't change this Wilder guy, Warren told Talk Sports. You're not going to turn him into a boxer. He's too old. We know he's dangerous, and I think it's exciting. The only way he can beat Tyson Fury is to knock him over. He's not going to outbox him. I think from the first round, he's going to try and put it on him. That's the only chance he's got, and if he does that, it also plays into Tyson's hands, as we saw in the last fight. Tyson is going forward and throwing bombs as well. Tyson got a good chin. If it's a shootout, I'd still back Tyson. Should he win, Fury has mentioned the possibility of fighting on a date in December in the UK with Dillian Whyte as a potential opponent. He, Fury, said he wants to fight in the UK in December, Warren said. I think we have to see what happens on October 9th, but that's a great possibility if he comes through it. Wait a minute. Well, let me finish reading this. Providing Anthony Joshua also wins against Alexander Usyk later this month, that fight won't happen until February. Wait a minute. I think we have to see what happens October 9th first. All right, he's talking about he wants to fight in the UK in December. So they're counting on him getting his license back. Was his license suspended until further notice, until he answers these allegations with Martin Carefoot and boar meat and everything else? Does he have to answer to that, or was there a time saying, okay, you can't fight for like 3, 4, 5, 6 years? Sit out for that amount of time, then you'll get your, like 2 years. You sit out for 2 years and then you can get your license back. Or, answer this, and if you're found guilty, you ain't fighting for like another 8 years. Bring me up to speed on that. He said he wants to fight in the UK in December, Warren said. I think we have to see what happens on October 9th first. So wait a minute. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You said you can't change Deontay Wilder. He's too old. You basically picked him to win. But at the very end, you said we have to see what happens on October 9th first. So are you confident or are you not? Which one is it? Are you confident or are you not? Should he win, Fury has mentioned the possibility of fighting on a date in December in the UK with Dillian White as a potential opponent. So he went from not being busy after the world opened up on the side of the world where he has a boxing license, because he don't have a boxing license in the UK. So the world opened up. He went from being inactive and paying millions of dollars to duck this man that they're talking about to wanting to steamroll him, and Frank Warren saying he's going to beat him because you basically can't teach an old dog new tricks because Wilder's too old, to wanting to fight Wilder in October and then fight Dillian White in December in the UK. These guys are telling you how they're coming. I hope you're paying attention. He doesn't have a license to fight in his own country. He didn't say, yo, I'll beat the Doza, Wilder, and then we can get Dillian White over here. We can fight in Madison Square Garden. We can fight in the Staples Center in Los Angeles. We can fight in Vegas. What did he tell Reggie Owens? Salute to my brother Reggie Owens. I'm knocking these mother effers out. Who's next, Tyson? Anyone, everyone. He didn't say a name. Now he's dropping names. Easily he's dropping names. How has it become easier for you to drop names now? Let's go back up. I think from the first round, it's going to he's going to try to put it on him. That's the only chance he's got. And if he does, that also plays into Tyson's hands. We saw that in the last fight. Throwing bombs. Tyson is going forward and throwing bombs. Let me tell you something. Those bombs he threw were loaded. I don't care what you say. They were loaded. And remember, the fight was stopped. Deontay finished on his feet. In that last exchange, whatever was in his system was wearing off. That last exchange pushed Tyson back. Okay? Cracked skull and everything. So the bombs he threw still didn't get it done. We know that the bombs that Deontay threw in that first fight, when he connected, what happened with that good chin? He got dropped in one round, and then in the 12th round, we saw what happened. With the help of Jack Reese and everything else, we saw what happened. Great. So he says, in the aftermath, Wilder made several changes to his team, including the dismissal of co-trainer Mark Breland. See, that part right there is key, because that's what y'all don't like. Y'all don't have love for Mark Breland because y'all been downing him ever since Deontay's first title defense. Because then you said, man, this got real. This got real. I'm disgusted with Mark Breland. He hasn't taught him anything. Windmill Wilder. Remember all of that? Remember that? So now he takes an L and does what every fighter has done in the past, in all sports, what every front office does. They fire the head coach because they need to make change to get better. Deontay made change by getting rid of the only yes man. Because remember, Paulie Malignaggi said he got too many yes men around him, but the only yes man around him was named Mark Breland, because he stood around for the better part of a decade, accepted a check, and then when he got fired, he ran to the UK and sat over there and said, this man doesn't listen. So let me get this straight. You're a head coach. This guy has 10 title defenses. You stuck around all this time with a man that doesn't listen. What does that say about you and your coaching? What does that say about you and your integrity? Yeah, I'm getting paid really well. This guy has X amount of defenses, but he don't listen. Eventually it's going to catch up to him. And I don't want to take the blame for this guy taking a bad loss. I don't want to be here for that. Good money, but I have my integrity. So you was quiet because you wasn't saying he wasn't listening when he was winning. He loses, and now you want to say he don't listen, and then you lied on him. He don't jump rope. I pull a video of him jumping rope. He don't hit the bag. Put a video of him hitting the bag. He don't run. Please, I've spoken to people in this camp. They say that's a lie. And then you came back and contradicted yourself and say, yo, man, I got set up. Ain't no one in the UK made you go over there and say all of that, Mark. You said it on your own. But anyway, you were the only yes man in this camp, and he got rid of you. Brought in Malik Scott. And now we're seeing Deontay do things in real time on social media that you guys never thought he could do. And you're scared. See, the reality is you wanted him to remain the same because that elevates the probability of Fury having a repeat. But you got a few things going against yourself now. And Frank Warren knows this, which is why he's talking reckless. Frank Warren knows this. Number one, there's a microscope on you. There will be no cheating of the gloves, even if you unplug the camera. There will be no poisoning of the water. That'll be taken care of. There will be no pull me glove up. There will be no floppy gloves. It's a level playing field, which is why you spent all of 2020 and a portion of 2021 getting out of this, trying to get out of this. And it didn't work out for you. And I firmly believe that Frank Warren is talking reckless right now because I think they have a trick up their sleeves. I want him to show up October 9th, but more with this erratic talk, this behavior. They're mentioning names now. He's saying he don't think Wilder could change. He's too old. They're being very vocal now. More and more, and I hope I'm wrong. More and more, I don't think this guy's showing up to the damn fight, but I hope I'm wrong because I know his head's going to get launched into the rafters, and he knows it. He's on this latest interview sounding like a complete and total drug addict. I'm going to fight Deontay October 9th, and I'm going to fight AJ in November. I was like, November? No, I'm sorry. He said, I'm going to fight Deontay in November. I said, what? Then he said, I'm going to fight AJ in December. Then he got the date right. Then he said, I'm going to beat Deontay in October. Then I'm going to face AJ in December. Now Frank Warren is here saying, what he said at the end of this? Providing that AJ also wins against Usyk later this month, that fight won't happen until February. So they're not on the same page. This is random talk. All right, this is a short article. All right. They've to get away from Deontay Wilder, they were hoping that if they threw enough ish at the wall, that something will stick. And it hasn't worked out for them at all. At all. It hasn't worked out for them at all. Fight or retire. Fight or retire. That's what you have to do. And it's not working out for you at all. No, it's not. Why is it that the losing team, which was us, Team Wilder, Bomb Squad, the people that support that brother, why was it that we were forcing this fight so heavy and y'all were the winners and y'all were just trying to get away from it? Let me bring this to your attention again, okay? And if you don't believe me, look it up. Barbershop Conversations. Bob Barron was there. And when he spoke to Fred asked him, where are you with Tyson Fury? He said, in the red. He said, huh? In the red, which means he owes money. There was no excuse for him not to take this fight because if he won it, he would rock and roll straight to 2 fights with AJ, possibly 3 if they split. All he had to do was beat Deontay, right? Then fight AJ and get 2 or 3 fights. Either you beat AJ twice or you split and get a 3rd fight, and then you can just rock and roll and retire. You don't have to fight Dillian White. Fight Dillian White for what exactly? For what? You can retire and not give D the rematch or whatever. You do whatever you want. And no matter how much we disliked it, we'd have had to deal with it. But you didn't do that. But you're in the red. Funny, Bob. You've lost money with Tyson Fury. Vasyl Lomachenko, who was the greatest thing since, according to you, the greatest thing since Muhammad Ali, hasn't been on a pay-per-view, got 2 losses on his record, but you ain't losing no money with him. But you got all the smoke in the world for Bud Crawford. But that's a whole nother topic. But I'm just pointing something out. All we wanted Tyson Fury to do was keep his word. I got millions of dollars to handle my business outside of the ring, meaning the lawyers. So you paid your lawyers millions of dollars, and they didn't stop to tell you, look, this is in writing, and this is going to be hard to beat. And you're lying about $20 million of step aside money. All of it was a lie. So now we're supposed to believe this little article about Warren saying, oh man, he's too old to learn something new. You guys have lied for a year straight. Get real. Say good luck, Tyson. You have to fight a clean fight now. I hope you're in camp. Every time we turn around, we see D hitting the bag and Malik Scott putting in work. And that's what you didn't want. You wish Malik Scott was, you wish Mark Breland was still there. And you wish that the old dog was doing what he was been doing for the last decade. This is fright. And everything you tried to speak in existence has not come to fruition. Why? Because none of you are righteous. What do I always say? Time reveals all truth, and a lie is nothing but the long way to the truth. Hey, but in closing, salute to my brother Tay Jones. Buckethead Fight Club's Underground Showdown is back at the Buckethead Theater, Thursday, September 16th, 7 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. Buckethead Theater, Atlanta, GA. Pull up on the brother, show some love, show some support. I don't care who you fighting. The brother gonna win. October 9th, I can't wait. Let's get it.